Welcome to the podcast. This is episode number 9 of Reoccurring Thoughts, and I'm your host, Keegan Koger. And today we're going to recap what happened last night in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Toronto Raptors ended up winning the game, and in surprising fashion, 123 to 109 was the final score. Honestly, my opinion on that game, while it was a good one to watch, my reaction was, without Klay Thompson, this team can't play. Without Kevin Durant, this team can't play. So, overall, my initial reaction to the game was, come on, these guys have got to get healthy in order for the Warriors to win anything in this series. And then I thought, well, they don't come back, which they probably will next game. What could this series be like? What could it end like? And truth be told, if they don't come back, I see the Raptors finishing this off in 2 more games. My prediction is out the window. 5 games for the Warriors. Not going to happen anymore. But I do think that the Warriors can get it together. Like I said, the final score was 123 to 109. Kawhi Leonard had himself a good game as well, as usual. And he had support this time, and that was the difference between this game and the other games. Is they supported each other. They actually played like they did in the first game. Everybody contributed. Siakam had 18 points. Kawhi Leonard had his usual 30. Marc Gasol had 17. Kyle Lowry had 23, and he is a good point guard. He is a really good point guard. Obviously, he got into it with somebody on the sideline. It turns out it was an investor called by the name of Mark Stevens, who is an investor for the Warriors. He is not allowed to come to any more games or any more NBA Finals games for this season, and they are investigating the issue. It's pretty obvious he reached over and pushed Lowry for no apparent reason. Obviously, and you're a fan, man. Stick to being a fan. It's not your job to be a part of the game. I understand you invest in a team and you're kind of upset because they're winning, but man, be a good sport. Be a good sport. Why push the guy? Come on. Ridiculous. But Kyle Lowry had finished with 23 points. Danny Green finished with 18, and he made a ridiculous 3 that was at the end of the shot clock, really, with 2 seconds left, I think. And he leaned into it, and he almost drew the foul, but he hit a crazy 3, and it was awesome to watch. No, I'm not a fan of either one of these teams. I'm a Knicks fan, but it's been entertaining to watch so far. Just the Warriors coming through controversy and going through adversity and watching them handle that has been kind of fun to watch because not many people think they can handle it. Without KD, they don't think they can win, and without all their all-star pieces, people don't think they can win. And not to say that Steph Curry did not have a great game. Steph Curry had 47 points, the second most points in a loss in NBA Finals history, I believe. But Steph Curry had 47 points and played 43 out of 48 minutes. I mean, that man played his tail off. He played his backside off. I mean, yeah, Draymond Green had a decent game with 17 points and Iguodala had 11. But Cousins had 4. Livingston had 4. I mean, their bench didn't have anything. Quinn Cook had 9. Bogut had 6. Jerebko had 6. No other person scored over 4 points. I mean, you can't win a game when one person's scoring all the points. I mean, Curry dominated that game, and he can't do it alone. Out of 91 shots, they made 36. They shot more than the Raptors. They missed more than the Raptors. That's how the game goes. But overall, they shot 39.6% as a team, and from 3, they shot 33.3%. On the Raptors side, like I said, all-around scoring from pretty much everyone. Van Vliet had 11 off the bench. Ibaka had 6 off the bench. And those were the only bench points that they had for the game. But they didn't need the bench points because their starters all contributed. Kyle Lowry, like I said, he's a good point guard to me. He can play good defense, and he can score when he actually tries and when he wants to. His 3-point game is impressive to me. He went 5 for 9, but he made some nice shots. He did one with a step back, behind the back step back 3-pointer. That was nice to watch. Kawhi Leonard hit some big 3-pointers. as well. He hit two. Um, and Danny Green went 6 for 10 from three. So overall, pretty even scoring around the board for the team. And if Marc Gasol and Siakam are on, the Raptors are on, and that's what happened. They were both on, so they dominated this game. Early on, it looked like the Raptors had it from the beginning. Truth be told, they did. I just think Steph Curry worked his tail off to keep them in the game, but he just can't do it by himself. 47 points is spectacular. Very spectacular. I mean, 14 for 31 from the field is also really good. That's pretty close to 50%. I mean, it's really close. 6 for 14 from three. Steph Curry did it all pretty much. But like I said, I don't think they can win without Klay Thompson. I don't think they can win without Kevin Durant. If they had Klay Thompson, I think they would have won that game. I really do. And they only lost by 14 points. Come on. Klay Thompson has 14 easy. Come on. I just, I don't know. Without Klay Thompson, they can't win a game. He's like their glue. He's their glue on both sides of the court, offense and defense. He holds them together on defense because of his versatility and being able to guard multiple positions on the perimeter. And on offense, his being able to shoot and drive and kick and play off ball and create space for everyone. Man, he is a good player. He is the most valuable player on this Warriors squad to me. That's my opinion, of course. But I do believe he is the most valuable player on the Warriors squad. So, game three was last night, as I said. Final score, I've said it twice, but I'll say it one more time. Third time's the charm. 123 to 109. Raptors take it. They're up 2-1 now, as the series is still in Oakland. It'll be game four will be. I believe there's 2 days between each game, so game four will be. Let me check. June 7th. Yes, June 7th at um, 8 o'clock Central Standard, 9 o'clock um, Eastern. So, overall, very good game from the Raptors. They looked like they were in control from the beginning. Obviously, they let Steph Curry tear it up. But I mean, who else were they going to play defense on? Steph Curry's the only one that's going to score on them. They're not worried about anybody else. Draymond Green, yeah, he had a decent game with 17 points, but he's not a threat to score every time he touches. Steph Curry or Klay Thompson is. So without Thompson, they can't do as much. So the most important play of the game to me was um, I believe it was the Danny Green shot. Like I said, when I described it where it was late in the shot clock, I felt like that was the play of the game to me. Um, the most important play. Sorry, excuse me, most important play. That was the most impressive play to me. The most important play to me was when I've got to go back in my memory bank. I'll have to come back for that one. But the most the most important player of that game to me was Kyle Lowry. Without him playing well in that game, I don't think the Raptors would have even won that game. Without him playing well and playing as long as he did, he played the most minutes. Him and Steph played the most minutes between both teams. 43 minutes apiece. So without him being able to play, without him playing good defense or decent defense on the guys, on Steph and those guys, like him and Livingston got shut down. Iguodala basically got shut down, even though he shot 50%. He still got shut down with only 11 points. Um, but without Lowry's versatility to be able to play the perimeter and be able to score as well, I don't and facilitate with his 9 assists, I don't think the Raptors would have been victorious. Obviously, the score would without his 23 points, it would have been 100 to 109. So. The thing that surprised me most, like I said, the Klay not playing kind of surprised me. Before the game, like I said in my recap of Game 2, where he had hamstring tightness, I felt like he was going to play. I mean, he had 2 days between each game, or 2 days between the game and his next time playing, but no, he didn't play for some reason. I think they're trying to hold him out so they don't lose him. I guess I don't know why they're holding him out. These are the last few games of the NBA season, so why not let him play in the biggest stage? And he was pretty pissed off about him not being able to play. So hopefully for the Warriors, hopefully he'll play Game 4, which I do see happening because they were not expecting to lose at home. So this was their first loss at home since the 2016 NBA Finals when the LeGoat James beat them in Game 7. So uh, the Warriors need some help. They need help. Well, Steph Curry can't do it by himself. No matter what, this is a good Raptors squad. Steph Curry can't do it by himself. He needs some help. DeMarcus Cousins, obviously, he looks a step slower right now because obviously he's coming back from that injury. Iguodala is getting up there in age. Plus, he's dealing with his own injury as well. Draymond Green is a defending four. He's not necessarily a offensive power. So they need more offensive firepower, and they don't have it right now. So Steph Curry's the only guy they got. Maybe Klay Thompson will play. As far as I'm concerned, I think, in my opinion, I think he will play Game 4. I think Kevin Durant will play Game 4. Just because the Warriors know they're in trouble. And if they drop another one at home, the series is over. If they drop this next game at home and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson don't play, they're not going to win in Toronto. Toronto's going to close it out in 5 or 6 games. So they need to do something, and they need to do something fast in order to stay in this series because they can't do it without Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant. So the most important player of the game for me was obviously I said Kyle Lowry, and the thing that surprised me most was Klay Thompson not playing. My Game 4 prediction. Let's see. Let's go into that. Game 4, I see if Klay Thompson plays, I see the Warriors taking Game 4. I see him taking Game 4. 110 to 107 would be my score prediction for that if Klay Thompson plays. If he doesn't, if him and KD don't play, I see the Raptors taking it by 3. If he doesn't play, I just don't see them being able to beat the Raptors without those two pieces. Yes, they're talented. Yes, they have talent, but without their glue and Klay Thompson, in my opinion, and Kevin Durant, they can't do much against the Raptors. The Raptors have bona fide, to me, all-stars. They've got 4 all-stars on their team, just like the Warriors do. Siakam is a great player, good to great player. He'll be an all-star. Kyle Lowry could be an all-star, talented, very talented player. Kawhi Leonard, I don't even have to say anything about him. Marc Gasol has been there, done that. He's a very good 5. He's a very good big. I mean, that's a very good team. And then you got a sharpshooter in Danny Green. And then you got off the bench Fred VanVleet and Serge Ibaka. And, I mean, it's a talented team. This is the NBA Finals. You should be wanting to do everything that you can to win. And that's what the Warriors need to do, and I just don't think they're doing it right now. But, like I said, they got to look in the best interest of the players. And, of course, Klay Thompson's going to be upset, and he believes he can play. But your doctors, I guess they are certified to make sure you're okay, and they are getting paid to make sure that they don't lose money on you because you're an investment. So, um, I believe he'll play Game 4. I believe KD will play Game 4. And this will be the first time the Warriors run away with a game. My prediction of 5 games is out. But I do still believe the Warriors will win the series. However, that's only if Klay Thompson plays. It all stipulates on Klay Thompson. So that's my Game 4 prediction. As far as my favorite play of the game, let me come out of my head and I wouldn't say most important. I'd say my favorite play because tell you the truth, this game was the Raptors from the beginning, so there was really no most important play. Um, but my favorite play was watching Draymond Green go for a layup, and he had basically a clear path to get to it, and I forget who took it off the backboard. Somebody threw it off the backboard. They blocked it off the backboard. So that was my favorite play of the game, just watching Draymond get his shot blocked. But But yeah, this has been my recap for Game 3 recap. Like I said, my initial reaction was, well, Klay Thompson's not going to play, so the Warriors are not going to be able to play in this game. Steph Curry's going to have to do it all, and he did do it all, and they lost. So the Raptors look good in my initial reaction. They look good, and I enjoyed watching them play. They play really well. Very well. Oh my goodness. They blast the ball around like crazy. They were technicians moving the ball. There's no telling how many assists they finished with. I can obviously look that up. But let me see. Matter of fact, I can look it up. It's right here in my face. They finished with 30 assists. 30 assists. And ball movement was impeccable. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. Everybody on their starting lineup had an assist, at least one. So great game from the Raptors, and game 4 will be Friday, June 7th at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. I'm prepared to watch that game, and this series has been a fun series to watch. It's been a great series to watch, just because the two teams have been evenly matched so far. Yeah, the Warriors may have better talent, but overall, it's been an evenly matched series without Kevin Durant. And now without Klay Thompson, it favors the Raptors. So, Game 4 prediction without Klay Thompson. The Raptors win it with Klay Thompson. The Warriors win it. And now, you know what I've got to do. This is your favorite podcast. And of course, your favorite podcast has to end you with a quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is sponsored by no one. So, I am the sponsor of the quote of the day. And the quote of the day is, let me get my quote of the day for you guys. Quote of the day. Life appears, sorry, I've got to tell you who this is. I make this mistake every time. Quote of the day is from Charlotte Bronte. Life appears to me to be spent in nursing animosity and registering wrongs. Let me say that again by Charlotte Bronte. Life appears to me too short to be spent in nursing animosity or registering wrongs. I agree with that. I do. Our time is limited, and we don't control how much time we have left on this earth. So why worry about being upset, and why worry about what you did wrong when you can correct your mistakes later on by learning from them? Right? So don't regret nothing. Don't be mad at anyone. Love everybody, people. Give, love, happiness. That's all we need in life, man. The world's already messed up as it is. Let's not make it even more messed up, people. This is your favorite podcast. I'm your host, Keidron Koger. This was episode number 9, recapping Game 3 of the 2019 NBA Finals, Raptors versus Warriors. Man, it's been a great series, and I have enjoyed every single game so far. I hate to see it end in next week, I believe, and it's just a part of it. But it's been a great series. The Raptors have surprised me. So, like I said, this is episode 9. Look out for episode 10. I'm your boy, Keidron Koger. This is Reoccurring Thoughts Podcast. Talk to you guys later. Peace.